Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18.
Good. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Atrium Health Ballpark here in Taos City, USA, Kannapolis, North Carolina, as we have some Division III baseball coming to you guys here at a nice and brisk Friday morning, again, in Kannapolis, North Carolina. My name is Trevor Wilt. I'll have call number one for you guys of the 3 games that we have today to kick off our D3 showcase, again, powered by the Kannapolis Cannon Ballers. Again, throughout the entire weekend, you'll have different broadcasters jumping on. I believe you got Dan, Matt, Scotty, maybe even Tim Siegel, our groundskeeper, jumping in on some broadcasts, and maybe some special guests as well. Can we have some maybe other reviews of some food and drink beverages around this entire ballpark throughout the weekend? You betcha. So we're going to have some fun this weekend. Again, it is free to come watch baseball here all weekend long. So if you're watching for free, of course, on the YouTube channel, then you already are getting advantage of the free. But, hey, if you know of anybody who would like to come watch some free baseball, come this way here at Atrium Health Ballpark. Of course, we got our concessions already all set throughout the entire weekend. So excited for some baseball between Piedmont and Pfeiffer here this morning, as looks like we are seeing the brand new uniforms getting busted out for the very first time here for Pfeiffer. We got number 27, the left fielder CJ Acosta, leading things off and going to start in the 3rd annual D3 showcase here at Atrium Health Ballpark. And we'll have C.J. Acosta leading things off. We got Zeke Schwartz on the mound in green. That is the Piedmont Lions. They got the Pfeiffer Falcons, of course, at the dish. First pitch is coming right at 11:04, and it's delivered right down the pipe, and we are officially underway. D3 showcase coming at you guys. Again, it's going to be Acosta, Wilson, Lauer, and Joe Javier. Top 3 in the lineup for Pfeiffer. Swing and a miss out of the southpaw's hand. Again, Zeke Schwartz. He has pitched in 1 game. He went 5 innings strong. Gave up no runs, only 2 hits. Collected 6 strikeouts and walked a couple guys. The 0-2 misses outside. Take us to a 1-2 count. Again, only gave up a couple hits. He had a 125 batting average against him. The lefty, Schwartz, will deliver and misses upstairs. Tried to go up with the high fastball. Again, Zeke Schwartz is a senior, 6'2", out of Blairsville, Georgia. Went to Union County back in the day. The lefty from the windup. Pitch is coming up our way right off the press box and heads down. Again, just to the left of our camera that's up here at the high home. Have a couple cameras going to be located throughout the ballpark for all of our viewers all weekend long. Schwartz to CJ. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There it is. The first strikeout to the first batter here at the D3 showcase. Goes down swinging, and Wilson Lauer, first baseman, will now come to the dish. Again, rocking the gray pants are the Pfeiffer Falcons. All black kind of has the Steelers vibe. You got the Falcons written across the front, going through the yellow seam. Goes all speed, misses high for a ball. Get you the defensive setup after this next pitch here to Wilson. Here's Zeke Schwartz, and misses low for a ball. Doing the catching today for Piedmont is going to be Nelson back behind the dish. Carlson at third base, Connolly at shortstop, Gilson in at second, and Bailey over there at first base. Pitch to the plate, fouled off to the left side. Jammed him right there. It's a 1-1 count. Sorry, 2-1, beg your pardon. Left to right in the outfield, it's going to go Funk, Ellis, and Kate. So again, that is your starting 9 defensively for the team in green. That's the Piedmont Lions. We'll get you more details on them in their organization. That's hit right back to the pitcher. Zeke Schwartz, he'll gather that one and fired over to first base easily to Bailey. Nice little 1-3 put out there. Out number one, out number two for Joe Javier in the second basement. Got a cold day out here at Atrium Health Ballpark. Just got the snow off the ground yesterday on the field in pure North Carolina weather. Again, it snowed and then it was all gone just later that day. First pitch misses low there to Joe Javier. Again, second baseman here for Pfeiffer, 5'11", 170 pounds. Actually from Kannapolis, North Carolina, from Towel City. Went to Cox Mill High School, located just over the border in Concord. Off-speed pitch from the southpaw, and Zeke Schwartz misses inside for a ball. A lefty-righty matchup in favor of Javier at the plate. Here's the pitch. Nicks it outside corner, says the home plate umpire. He's even rocking double gloves here today. Again, it's a little chilly. Somewhere in the 30s right now. Decent little wind as well, brushing through Kannapolis, North Carolina. Here to the K-Town native, the pitch. Hangs in there, fouls it off. Takes us to a 2-2 count here with 2 outs. So deuces are wild here in the first inning already. Gonna love seeing some of the local teams coming in here to play. Of course, Pfeiffer not too far up the road, about, 30, 45 minutes. As Schwartz gets on the same page with Nelson. The pitch to the plate, swung on a miss. He was way out in front of it. Probably had something off speed coming out of the southpaw's hand. And just like that, it's a 1-2-3 inning. Picks up a pair of Ks as we'll now head into the home half of the first. When we return here, the Ballers Baseball Network. Welcome back here to the Ballers Baseball Network. Again, Trevor Wilt here with you in game number one. Again, our broadcasters will be switching up through the majority of our baseball games this weekend. Again, we're playing 3 games here today, a few tomorrow, and then a few, of course, on Sunday as well. We were supposed to be playing a game yesterday, last night, but again, with the snow and just the frigid temperatures, ended up electing to go ahead and just cancel that game. But we do have Washington and Lee and Susquehanna coming up after this first game between Pfeiffer and Piedmont. Again, 2:30 first pitch projected for that. And then Berry College and Swarthmore College at 6 o'clock. Again, that will be the nightcap. Again, 3 games tomorrow, 11, 2:30, and 6. And then on Sunday, it's 10, 1:30, and 5 o'clock. We got Cole Ellis, center fielder, leading things off here for the Piedmont Lions. Again, in the white pinstripe pants with the green tops. Thad Lewis, the tall righty. First pitch coming from him. This one's roped into right field. Giving chase is Welker. Welker down to 2 knees. Makes a sliding grab. Nice play out there. And that's going to lead us into our defensive setup here for the Piedmont Lions. Again, I should be saying, the Pfeiffer Falcons. Welch is going to be back behind the plate doing the catching here today. Again, with Thad Lewis up there on the bump. Honeycutt over at the hot corner at third base. You got Wood at shortstop, Javier at second, and Lauer over at first. Pitch to the plate. There's a called strike on the outer half. Acosta out there in left field, Furr in center, and Welker in right field. And Thad Lewis now on the bump, the senior, 6'1", 160 pounds from Greenville, North Carolina. Went to J.H. Rose High School in Greenville. And rocking the high pants, got the grays on with the black socks and the black cleats. And again, got the yellow, black, and a white going across the chest with the Falcons. And the P's looking pretty similar between Piedmont out of Georgia. And, of course, Pfeiffer just down the road. And Pfeiffer in Meisenheimer, North Carolina. Coming set here is Thad Lewis. 2 strikes. 3 strikes. You're out, says Thad Lewis. Trace Kate is now down on strike. So we've seen 5 outs, and we've, of course, already seen 3 strikeouts between Thad Lewis and the southpaw for the Piedmont Lions. That's Zeke Schwartz. Jack Ryan, the designated hitter, will now step to the plate. Jack Ryan, 6'2", from Peachtree City, Georgia. About 99.9% of the lineup for the Piedmont Lions from Georgia. Do have a guy from Huntersville, North Carolina. That is Nash Chelkin at a Pine Lake Prep. This one's hit a mile high into right field. Welker camping underneath it, and he will collect it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, 4. Thad Lewis and Zeke Schwartz as we'll head into the second inning. No score between Piedmont and Pfeiffer here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Welcome back here to Towel City, USA, as Zeke Schwartz back up on the bump for the Piedmont Lions. Again, his defense in the white pinstripe pants and green tops, they are all behind him as Pfeiffer will send Josh Tuner, Connor Welker, and Hayden Furr to the dish. It is 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. Due up 1, 2, 3. Couple Ks for Acosta and Javier at the plate for the Falcons in the first go-around. It was a 1, 2, 3 affair in the first. From the left side of the rubber, the southpaw will deliver another called strike right there. In the headed count here is Josh Tuner. Designated hitter for Craig Bolton. This one's fouled off. 2 strikes. Again, Craig Bolton graduated from Pfeiffer back in 2015. 7th overall season with them. The 5th, though, as a skipper. Here's the pitch from the lefty, and a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts already for Zeke Schwartz. They have all been swinging. But you're already seeing what they saw back in their first game with him up there on the bump. Again, he did go 5 innings, couple hits, 6 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Coming into this ball game 3-0 are the Piedmont Lions. Pfeiffer 0-3. Lefty will deliver. There's a called strike right there to Connor Welker. Connor Welker, the junior, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He also went to Cox Mill. Here's the pitch from 9 and Green. It finds the dirt right there. Even up the count at 1 apiece here with 1 out. And a lot of guys from this Concord, Charlotte, Kannapolis area. Even Salisbury, Mr. Drew Young out of Carson High School. There's another called strike. Getting up in the count right here is Zeke Schwartz. It's now 1-2 to Connor Welker. Leads the team in average thus far through 3 games. This is his second start in game number 4. Few RBIs. He's got a double, 4 hits, and 6 at-bats. 714 OBP on base percentage. As that one's fouled off, stays right there at home plate, and that was like a bad golf shot right there where it just doesn't leave the tee box and just leaves a bad divot. Even the catcher, Nelson, just put his left cleat over there and trying to move it. Looks like there's still a little divot right there, but nonetheless, we'll continue. Connor Welker at the plate. Zeke Schwartz on the bump. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt right there. Nice block by Nelson. Again, if you're joining us just a tad bit late, I'm Trevor Wildigan. We'll have tons of different broadcasters coming to you guys all weekend long here at Atrium Health Ballpark on the Ballers Baseball Network. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in and sharing the YouTube link as well here on the Cannonballers page. This one's laced back up the middle, and we have our first hit of the ball game. And the first runner on the bases as well as Connor Welker gets things going with a nice little base knock right up the middle. Number 44, center fielder Hayden Furr will now step to the dish. The 6-foot senior at a New London, North Carolina, won a North Stanley. Did Hayden Furr. And Craig Bolton, their head coach. Assistant coach is Corey Lackey. He played at Pfeiffer, went to Pfeiffer, graduated a couple years ago in 2023. This is his first season as the assistant coach. There's a called strike there to the righty Furr in the box. Fun fact about Corey Lackey, he was an intern with the Kannapolis Cannonballers even during his summer playing days at Pfeiffer. So he's spent a lot of time here at Atrium Health Ballpark. This one's laced through the left side. That's going to get through the 5-6 hole. Back-to-back guys reaching base. It's Welker now at second. Hayden Furr now at first after the strikeout to Josh Turner to lead things off. Brock Welch, the catcher, will now step to the dish wearing number 19 again in the brand new uniforms. Love the little stripe they have on the left and right sleeve as well. You got the gold protruding through the jerseys right there so everybody can see. Outlined in gray. 19 on the back. First pitch to the plate. Misses outside there to Zeke Schwartz. Couple ducks on the pond. Couple Falcons out there on the pond at first and second base. No one at third. Zeke Schwartz, again, in 5 innings in his first appearance. He only gave up 2 hits, and he's given up 2 hits here in this 1 inning. As we're here in the second, that pitch misses inside, according to our home plate umpire. Again, we will have this free YouTube stream all weekend long for all of our fans to enjoy. Pitch to the plate, swung on a miss. Sitting dead red right there, 2-0. Went hacking for it, came up with nothing. Decent little turnout here today. Again, just about 30, 45 minutes up the road is Pfeiffer University, so for them to be able to have some fans coming in, and saw some Cannonballer season ticket holders go ahead and get some baseball action in here early before our boys at the Chicago White Sox organization grace Atrium Health Ballpark on April 4th, opening day here in K-Town. For all you Pfeiffer fans listening in, heck, you guys aren't too far up the road. We got single game tickets on sale, mini games, and also season ticket packages. Go to kcballers.com to find out more information. As Zeke Schwartz, little inside move to second base. Probably not his best. Again, it's Brock Welch here at the dish, the freshman, 6'1", out of Thomasville, North Carolina, went to East Davidson High School. Wide stance at the plate, pitch to the plate. It misses high and away. So 1 out. Now take us to a full count here between Zeke Schwartz and Brock Welch. Here in the second inning, still no score. Couple hits, though, 2 guys on. Zeke to Brock Welch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Picks up his 4th strikeout. Through an inning and 2/3, he's already got 4 Ks, does Zeke. As the shortstop, Austin Wood, will now come to the dish for Pfeiffer. Austin Wood, 5'10" junior out of Dallas, North Carolina. Went to North Gaston. In Dallas, on one of the surrounding areas of Lake Norman. He's hacking on the first pitch, knocks it off of the net to our right side. Yeah, no ball boy, so you got to go get it yourself. There we go, Corey Lackey. And the assistant coach, again, was our intern for a full season. He's going to go back there and retrieve that and toss that back in to the Piedmont Lions dugout. And rocking the green and the white pinstripe pants. Phenomenal look. Now the inside move. And the Cannonballers just announcing they're going to do a little something called Southside Sunday to kind of give a little honor to the Chicago White Sox who play out of the south side of Chicago. They're going to wear pinstripes for the first time in a long time. And, of course, first time as the Kannapolis Cannonballers. Have the KCB and almost the White Sox font. And going to be doing that most Sundays throughout the 2025 season and beyond. Did he go on the off-speed pitch? No, he did not. He was able to check his swing, was Austin Wood. The 8-hole hitter here for Pfeiffer. And the head coach for Piedmont in his 9th season, 21st overall, Justin Scully. Here's the pitch from the lefty. Just misses his own. Two and one now, the count here with 2 outs. Zeke Schwartz. Again from the left side of the pitcher's rubber. Staying 60 feet 6 inches away from Wood. Pitch to the plate. There's a called strike. Takes us to another deuces wild count with 2 outs and a 2-2 pitch to number 22 at the plate. Let's see what number 9 can do up there on the bump. As you see his white Nike cleats gleaming through the sunshine here. No clouds in the sky after only clouds and snow in the sky yesterday. Beautiful day for baseball. Zeke to the plate. Swing and a miss. He picks up strikeout number 5 on the day. He strikes out 3 here in the second inning. Leaves a couple stranded as well. As we'll head to the home half of the second inning when we return here in K-Town, Towel City, USA, on the Ballers Baseball Network. Welcome back here to Atrium Health Ballpark, home of the Kannapolis Cannonballers against single-A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. Third baseman for the Piedmont Lions, he'll step to the plate. That's Kyle Carlson. You got Carlson, Sean Bailey, and Cody Funk. That is 4, 5, 6 in the lineup after they went down 1-2-3 thanks to the righty on the bump in Thad Lewis. Again, the senior from Greenville, North Carolina. And out of J.H. Rose High School. Righty-righty matchup against Carlson. Pitch to the plate, fouled off. Again, Kyle Carlson, tall drink of water, 6'4", out of Marietta, Georgia. Pretty even stance, nice little bend in the knees for him. Takes a pitch inside as the cleanup hitter with no one on base, of course, as he leads things off. Hoping to switch that up as the game continues. He'll hit this one into straightaway center field, but it looks like Furr will be able to corral it, and he does as he catches it. Does a nice little 180 spin move and tosses it in. Again, it is pretty windy here at the ballpark, so although that you see him camping underneath it, it's never going to be a guarantee just because of the wind that we're seeing. Again, no clouds in the sky after the last few days. That's all we did have. But nonetheless, we'll probably have some interesting chase downs out there in the outfield. First pitch goes with the off speed. Does Thad Lewis to Sean Bailey and does nick the strike zone. Here to the first baseman. Sean Bailey, the junior, out of Peachtree City, Georgia. There's a swing and a miss. He's quickly ahead. Is Thad Lewis of Sean Bailey, 0-2 in the count. Sean Bailey batting .429 on this early season. It is just 7 at-bats. Here's a bat number 8 as the 0-2 offering goes to the backstop. And a very short backstop, or sorry, it's a larger backstop, I guess you could say, but again, it does have the small brick just outlining on the bottom with all nets for everyone to see and enjoy. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Thad Lewis as Sean Bailey goes down on strikes. They said he was out. Did the home plate umpire. He never said that it was a ball that hit the dirt, so the home plate umpire has him as being out, and he said that there was no need for the catcher Welch to throw the ball down to first base on a drop third strike. So again, Sean Bailey said he was out, and I believe that is the correct call as well, as we're here in the home half of the second inning. Cody Funk will now step to the dish, the left fielder. Cody Funk, 5'11" junior out of McDonough, Georgia. The righty will deliver. Thad Lewis. Pitch misses inside for a ball. Again, Pfeiffer from Meisenheimer, North Carolina. So again, not too far up the road. In the USA South, again, the D3 showcase here in Kannapolis. There's a called strike. And working out of the stretch. Got the long lettuce flowing out of that Pfeiffer hat as that pitch misses low for a ball. Now 1-2. Tyler Nelson, he sits on deck. He's the catcher. Electing to keep his shin guards back inside of that Piedmont Lions dugout, which is down the first base side here today. 1-2, strike 3. Got him looking. Or less, no, just strike 2. There we go. Just strike number 2 right there. The home plate umpire saying, my bad on that. He rung him up like it was strike 3. It was a nice curveball. Let's see what Thad Lewis elects to go with this pitch. 1-2. That misses outside. And you can hear through our mic, our little crowd mic. Again, the decent little crowd out there. Getting a little chippy here at 11:33 on a Friday. Pretty wide stance right there on the 3-2. That pitch is in the dirt, goes to the backstop. Well, so now they're saying it's a 3-2. So they're saying he ran for nothing. It was a 2-2 pitch, and then now, so the home plate umpire, he had it as a 2-2 count. And then there was a ball in the dirt. That would have been the third ball. But, of course, Cody Funk ends up taking off and going to first base, thinking it was ball 4. And, of course, he wanted to be aggressive just in case Welch had a tough time gathering the ball back behind home plate. So they had a 2-2 pitch. And apparently, Cody Funk thought it was the fourth ball. So we're going to see what these three umpires have in store for us. They are going to give him first base, and they are going to say it was a 3-2 count. So basically the home plate umpire is saying, hey, that's my bad. I was wrong. It was a 3-2 count. And then with that ball in the dirt, it then brought a 4-pitch walk right there. So after all that confusion a couple times here in that one at bat, Tyler Nelson, the catcher, will now stand to the plate. Dancing around at first base is Cody Funk as the first pitch here to Tyler misses inside. And Tyler Nelson, 5'10 junior out of Cumming, Georgia. Pitch to the plate and misses low for a ball. Now he's ahead in the count 2-0. Tyler Nelson has played in all 3 games, now game number 4 for Piedmont. Only batting a .143 in his 7 at-bats. Again, got him dancing around over there, but snap throw over is a tad bit late. So was the tag from Lauer. Nice little bend in the knees for Tyler Nelson at the dish. Thad Lewis will come set. Long look. Looks like the runner's off to second base. Pitch in the dirt. I don't even know if it was in the dirt. Maybe just had some trouble coming up with it cleanly. Did catcher Welch. And just like that, we got our first stolen base of the Division III showcase. 2 outs. 3-0 pitch coming the way here to the 7-hole hitter Tyler Nelson with Ben Connolly sitting on deck. Again, 3-0 is Piedmont on the season, and Pfeiffer 0-3. Here's a pitch from Thad. That pitch just misses the zone. That is ball number 4, a 4-pitch walk here to Nelson. So after getting a fly out in the center field for out number 1 to start the home half of the second inning, and a strikeout to Sean Bailey, Thad Lewis has now walked himself into a little bit of trouble, allowing runners to be at first and second via the walk. Ben Connolly, the shortstop, will now come to the plate. He's had himself a very successful start. A little double steal, throw down to third base. Not going to be in time. Double steal. Cody Funk, he's already got 2 stolen bases. Tyler Nelson with now a stolen base. He's at second. Open base at first. 2 outs. So can pitch Ben Connolly a little carefully right now if he needs to. Does have 1 RBI, 2 doubles already in his 9 at-bats is Ben Connolly. Here's a good pitch on the outer half right there. Now 0-2 the count. After the first pitch on the double steal was a strike. Righty-lefty matchup in favor of the 8-hole hitter Connolly. Thad Lewis will come set. Pitch to the plate. Swung on and missed. Huge strikeout right there to leave a couple Piedmont Lions stranded at second and third base in scoring position. He picks up his 3rd strikeout of the ball game as both Thad Lewis and Zeke Schwartz able to maneuver around a couple guys on the base pass to keep zeros across the board as we head to the 3rd inning here at the D3 Showcase in Kannapolis, North Carolina, and on the Ballers Baseball Network. back at it here in the third inning. It's the 9-hole hitter Hunter Honeycutt. C.J. Acosta, the leadoff man, sits on deck, and Wilson Lauer in the hole. That's going to be 1-2-3 against Zeke Schwartz. First pitch, a little dribbler. Schwartz off the mound, but it's going to be Carlson instead. Throws across the diamond. It's a wild throw, heading to second base on the overthrow. They're going to give it an error on the throw. And Hunter Honeycutt is on base. Again, a good throw. It would have got him at first base, so that's why it is an E5 on the throw. But nonetheless, he gets to second base on the two-base error, and that will now give the leadoff man, C.J. Acosta, who struck out back in the first frame, his time, with now a runner in scoring position as Zeke Schwartz. He did allow a couple guys to reach back in the second inning, but used 3 strikeouts. A little bunt attempt, foul on the off-speed right there from C.J. Acosta. Looked like he was going to give himself up right there. A little sacrifice bunt opportunity, but he squanders that as he fouls it in and out of the mid of the catcher Nelson. Again, he got Carlson at third, Connolly at short, Gilson in at second, and Bailey over there at first base. Showing bunt again, off speed, pushes it down third base side. Ooh, miscommunication right there between Carlson and Zeke Schwartz. It's going to go down as a base hit right there. Zeke Schwartz, again, the southpaw, coming off of the mound. And whenever you have the bunt going down the third base side, it's a little tougher for him because he falls off going the opposite way. Came across his body, but he also gave up after about 10 feet because he thought it was hit hard enough, bunted hard enough, that Carlson, the third baseman, was going to have a better angle at it. But Carlson was defending third base and covering third base because there was a runner at second. So just like that, runners now at the corners after the bunt single by Acosta. And Wilson Lauer at the plate. And the first baseman who grounded back up to Zeke Schwartz back in the first. So runners at the corners now for the Pfeiffer Falcons. This one's hit up the middle, past the glove. Could be 2. Shortstop to second for 1, and that's all they're going to get. And the first run of the Division III showcase comes aboard, and it belongs to the Pfeiffer Falcons. Hunter Honeycutt, who reached on the E5, again, the two-base error, which allowed him to go to second base. He's now in to score. Wilson Lauer, he reaches first base on the fielder's choice. Does pick up a ribby right there, and it's the first in run of our Division III showcase here in the year 2025. On February 21st in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Another bunt back over here to Schwartz. He's going to go glove, throws it into the left hand, and flicks it over there to first base as Javier is down on the sacrifice bunt, but again will not go down as an at bat because he did sacrifice himself right there. So Wilson Lauer now at second base. Javier back to the dugout down the third base side for out number 2. And Josh Tuner, the designated hitter, will now stand in. Normally you got the sparkly white shoes, kind of like Zeke Schwartz does this early in the season, but the designated hitter, Josh Turner, I think those are supposed to be white, but got them all dirtied up already. They're dirt white. That's what they are. A little dirty white. Again, the first pitch is in the dirt. Nice block over there by Nelson behind the dish. Dirtying up those white pinstripe pants. Crowding the plate here is the 4-hole man, designated hitter, and Tuner. Pitch to the plate, misses high and away for a ball. And again, going to be bringing you guys live coverage of the D3 Showcase all weekend long. And multiple different broadcasters going to be making their way up here with 3 games a day starting today. This is game number 1. Pitch to the plate. There's a called strike. Now 2-1 the count here with 2 outs. Get 3 tomorrow, 3 on Sunday. A little different start time on Sunday. Going to move it up just 1 hour for the start time, starting at 10 a.m. Start today at 11 and tomorrow at 11 o'clock. 45 minutes into game number 1. This one's hit a mile high into right field. Heading over to the K corner. Looks like he's going to run out of real estate. Will Kate. Just like that, a nice little souvenir by gate number 1. Also the team store in the F&M Bank box office. And we also have Towel City Tavern out there in right field, and did not have that last D3 showcase. Again, Towel City Tavern in partnership with Cabarrus Brewing Company and the Kannapolis Cannonballers, gracing Atrium Health Ballpark with some barbecue beer and bourbon out there. You can add on another beer, a little baseball, of course, as you take in some fine food and drink. 2 outs, runner at second base. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him looking with the curve. Did Zeke Schwartz. Again, does give up the first run of the ball game, thanks to a sacrifice bunt and an RBI from Wilson Lauer. But we'll head into the home half of the third when we return. Does pick up strikeout number 6 on the day, does Zeke Schwartz. Ballers Baseball Network, coming back to you guys in just a few moments. Chili. Do they have me on broadcast over here? Okay, cool. They have Alex. Hey, Mark. Who's Mark? Oh, where's he at? Oh. Do we, let's see. Do they have to return baseballs or no? Welcome back here to Kannapolis, North Carolina, here for our Division III showcase, powered by the Kannapolis Cannonballers. There's Jack Gilson in, second baseman for the Piedmont Lions. He'll step to the plate. First pitch misses low and away out of the hands of Thad Lewis. As we approach the home half of the third inning, it's 1-0, the lead for Pfeiffer. Pitch is fouled off and heads probably to the Food Line parking lot located right behind Atrium Health Ballpark. And located in the middle of downtown Kannapolis. Again, known as Towel City, USA, because of Cannon Mills, one of the largest textile mills in the entire world for about 75 years. And just closing its doors in 2005. Hit sharply to the shortstop Wood. He'll go across the diamond to Lauer, and there is out number 1 as Gilson is out on the 6-3 putout. Send us back to the top of the lineup. It's Cole Ellis. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat to lead off the ball game against Thad Lewis. So again, the Cannon Mills, where you guys are looking at right now, this is where, again, one of the largest mills in the entire world for 75 years stood. Again, went down in 2005 and was the home to so many jobs, of course, here in Kannapolis. Brought, over 1,000 homes here, so there's still 1,000-plus mill homes that are located all around downtown Kannapolis, but over, probably $400 or $500 million project that you're also looking at. Not just the baseball field, but, of course, just all the money put back into the city, kind of renovating it all. It was almost a ghost town for about 10 to 15 years, but now it is thriving And again, you're looking at the home of inspiration and entertainment for this historic city is Atrium Health Ballpark. And so many food and drink options located everywhere around, probably over 20 or so just in walking distance. Coffee shops, desserts, breakfast, lunch, dinner, breweries, you name it. Everything located here in downtown K-Town. 1 out, 2-1 pitch, hit sharply on the ground. Backhand snag by the shortstop, Wood, across the diamond. What a play by Wood over there at shortstop. Had to go down to one knee on the backhand as well. Popped up quickly, using that momentum from the ground to get that throw over. We're going to write it down as a 6-3 putout, but it was a lot harder than that, I can tell you that much. Trace Kate will now stand to the plate, wearing number 2-3 with the green tops. White number on the back, the pitch from Thad Lewis. And apparently got a piece of him. Got a little bit of the body right there from the two-hole man. So just like that, after getting his first two guys out with not exactly ease, but on 2 6-3 putouts, that third out is always the toughest. We'll see if Jack Ryan can take advantage as he steps to the plate after popping out into right field to Welker in his first at bat back in the first inning. Decent lead over there at first base for Trace Kate. Long pause up there on the mound for Thad Lewis. That pitch misses away and in and out of the mitt there of Welch. Again, this is Jack Ryan at the plate. Has appeared in now all 4 games. Again, another long pause. The runner's taken off for second base. There's a strike at the plate. Throw down to second. He is safe by 1.5 miles as Trace Kate hit by a pitch and then steals a couple pitches later. So now Jack Ryan has someone in scoring position. Jack Ryan did have a couple hits in his 14 at-bats thus far. No RBIs, though, so still looking for his first one of the young season. And his Piedmont 3-0. Pfeiffer 0-3 here in the first 3 games. Well, inside move over there to his second baseman, Javier. Nothing doing there for Thad Lewis. And this is the second appearance for Thad Lewis. Went 5 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs. They were all earned. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. And opponents batted .318 against him as he'll throw a wild pitch to the backstop, past the glove of Welch, and just like that, Jack Ryan has Trace Kate 90 feet closer. Now at third base. Need to get on the same page with 2 outs. He's still down in the count, 2-1 here to the 3-hole man. For Justin Scally, again in his 9th season with Piedmont. Let's see if the Lions can capitalize on a hit by pitch and a wild pitch. That pitch misses low and inside for a ball. And great job by the Kannapolis Cannonballers front office staff of getting everything put together for another Division III showcase here in K-Town. High pitch. Does he go? No, he doesn't. Not even going to check it. As the fastball misses upstairs, Jack Ryan able to hold off. So we've seen a hit by pitch, a wild pitch, a stolen base, a walk. Nice web gem over there at third base by shortstop and Wood. And Kyle Carlson, the third baseman, will now step to the dish. Again, after a little powwow up there on the bump, there's a first pitch ball with runners at the corners with 2 outs. Long look again here for Lewis. Here's the pitch. And he hits him, clunks him on an off-speed pitch. Things getting a little testy, a little wild. As we now have bases loaded with no hits here in the 3rd inning. Again, still there are 2 outs, as it looks like we're going to have a mound visit from one of the coaches here on the Pfeiffer baseball staff. Again, Corey Lackey in his first season as the assistant coach. They do have 4 volunteer assistant coaches. Jackson Leck in his 2nd season, Zach Farrell in his first, Thomas Welton in his first, and John Owen in his first season as well. Again, a majority of these guys coming from the Pfeiffer program, graduating in 2022 or 2023. And, of course, their head coach, and Craig Bolton, he graduated from Pfeiffer in 2015. This is his 5th year as a skipper, 7th overall at Pfeiffer University. Little righty-righty matchup here for Sean Bailey, the first baseman, as he'll give us a little Kevin Durant free throw shimmy right there before he jumps into the batter's box. Maybe just to kind of loosen up the hinges up top just because of how frigid it is here at Atrium Health Ballpark. 2 outs, bases loaded. Thad Lewis trying to get himself out of some trouble that he put himself in. There's a called strike on the inner half right there. Good to get ahead right there if you're Thad Lewis against Sean Bailey, who he did strike out back in the 2nd inning. 3 strikeouts on the day already for Thad. He'll tap that left foot twice. Come to the plate on the 0-1. Here's another called strike, now 0-2. And defense playing Sean Bailey pretty straight up right now as we approach noon here on the East Coast in Kannapolis, North Carolina. The righty Thad to the plate. Strike 3, got him looking. He'll strand all 3 runners that he put out there, thanks to a hit by pitch, a walk, and another hit by pitch, but he strands them all with his 4th strikeout of the ball game. His first looking strikeout, as we'll now head in to the 4th inning. When we return, it's 1-0, Pfeiffer still on top. Back here on the Ballers Baseball Network, Trevor Wilt here with you guys for game number 1. And we have 3 games today, tomorrow, and guess what? We got 3 on Sunday as well. Connor Welker at the dish. First pitch is in there for a strike. It's a beautiful curveball out of the southpaw's hand. Again, that's Zeke Schwartz back up on the bump. 60 feet, 6 inches away from his catcher in Nelson, Hayden Furry and Brock Welch. Then next up, this one's hit on the ground and fouled down the third base line. And Connor Welker, Hayden Furr, and Brock Welch Zeke to the plate as he grunts the ball to home plate. That misses upstairs for a ball. Now 1-2 the count. Connor Welker did have a single back up the middle in the second inning. It was the first hit of the D3 showcase. He'll watch that one inside with a lot of confidence. The Zevo shield protruding to that left arm. Protecting that left elbow. Got the mid in the back right pocket as well. 2-2 to the plate. That curveball misses in the dirt. Takes us to a 3-2 count. A nice confident take right there by Welker. And they did have 2 hits back in the second inning, but not able to come up with anything. But it is 1-0 after a score back in the third. 3-2 to the plate. Wonderful bat right there. That pitch misses high and away for a ball. And he was down quickly 0-2 and then worked it to a full count and then ended up seeing an off-speed pitch miss high and away. So leading things off here in the fourth now for Hayden Furr, who again, he had a single back in the second inning. Pretty open stance, already showing bunt. Is the righty in the box. Still showing it, now pulling back. Ooh, big lead over there at first base on a secondary. Snapped there over there by Nelson is not in time. I believe Hayden Furr pulled back. He did pull back, so they said it is going to be a ball at the plate. And pretty relaxed stance at the plate for Hayden Furr. Not showing bunt as of now. The lefty will come set, and he'll go back to first base on the pickoff attempt. Probably not his best over there, but working with his first baseman and Bailey. And Gilson in at second, Connolly at shortstop, Carlson at third. Well, Nelson behind the dish. No outs here in the fourth frame. The pitch to the plate, he does bunt it, and it's a beauty right in front of the plate. Catcher Nelson comes out, throws it to first base. He gets his man, but nonetheless, a sacrifice bunt right there. He gets Connor Welker, his running mate, from first to second base. And now Brock Welch will come to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Trying to work nice and smooth, nice and slow right now. His Pfeiffer Falcons. We've seen them do a few sacrifice bunts already here today. Joe Javier ended up getting one back in the third frame. No, they showed bunt a few other times as well. No one at the corners, runner at second. Brock Welch. Again, he struck out swinging back in the second inning as he takes a strike right there. He asked the home plate umpire for his approval of the strike zone. In beautiful ballpark, great job by Tim Siegel, our groundskeeper, and his assistant, Mr. Jonathan, as well, by getting us to playing conditions on just the 21st of February. Kind of a half-hearted swing right there by Brock Welch. Takes him now to an 0-2 count. He'll step out of the batter's box. Jump back in there with that awfully wide stance. Taking up about 95% of the batter's box. Pretty quick pitch right here. He'll poke this one down the right field line. Hooking foul over there to the K corner. It does hit some of the foul territory right there up in the concrete. So sliding in was Kate just in case he was going to be able to make a play on it. Not able to do so, of course, with it hitting so high up, probably about 15 to 20 feet over there, where looks like Mr. John and Mr. Ox, they're hanging out, a couple of our season ticket holders with the Cannonballers, just wanting to take in some baseball. And April 4th can't get here quick enough, but until then, we got the D3 showcase. But at the end of the day, for our fans here in K-Town, hey, baseball is baseball. We're just happy it's back. As Piedmont and Pfeiffer helping us kick off baseball in the year 2025. Welch at the plate, Schwartz on the bump. Runner at second. Pitch to the plate. Strike three inside corner. Got him looking. Beautiful pitch right there by Zeke Schwartz as he picks up strikeout number 7 already here on the day. As Austin Wood, he struck out back in the second inning, will now step to the plate. Now 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Misses inside for a ball. And lefty-righty matchup here in favor of Wood at the plate. Again, has had a pretty solid season so far. Although the team is 0-3, trying to get their second run across. Pitch misses high and away for a ball. And do have 3 hits, 1 run, 1 error for Piedmont. So again, the run was unearned back in the third frame. Coming set, runner at second. 2-0 pitch, misses in the dirt as well. 3-0 now the count. Pitching him a little comfortably right now is Zeke Schwartz with the 9-hole man Hunter Honeycutt on the deck. He did reach and score the game's only run back in the third inning, and he reached on an error. Zeke to the plate. There's a called strike right down Broadway. Now 3-1 the count. Again, you still have more fans continuously filing in here at Atrium Health Ballpark. Probably because of a little lunch break right there. Again, got Towel City Tavern out there in right field. Just a few minutes past 12 o'clock here on the East Coast. Oh, just misses outside on the 3-1, and just like that, now there's 2 runners on base. It's 2 walks here in the inning for Zeke Schwartz. And now Hunter Honeycutt will step to the plate in the 9-hole man for Pfeiffer and their head coach and Craig Bolton. And Hunter Honeycutt, the sophomore utility man. Switch hitting 5'9", 170-pounder from Laurinburg, North Carolina. Went to Pinecrest and a transfer from Appalachian State University. Not too far up the road up there in Boone. Honeycutt sees that curveball. Missed the inside corner, 1-0. And runners at first and second base. And the pitch. Misses high and away for a ball. And now 2-0. Again, Honeycutt, the 9-hole man, batting just $182 here on the short season. Does have an RBI and a couple base knocks, but no extra base hits. As he sways the bat from the right side of the plate. And the pitch. Curveball misses low for a ball. Nice block by Nelson behind the dish. Take us to a 3-0 count now. Again, getting a little wild here in the fourth inning as Zeke Schwartz. Seeing the pitch count continue to rise. Started all with Connor Welker, who's at second base with a leadoff walk and a sacrifice bunt for out number 1 to Hayden Furr. Brock Welch with a backwards K. Austin Wood with a walk. And now Honeycutt to the plate. And he's got a 3-0 pitch coming his way. Here it is. Right down Broadway. Now 3-1 the count. And went from the black and gold of App State to the black and gold here of Pfeiffer. Home of the Falcons. Couple runners out there at first and second. Large leads as well. Pitch to the plate, right past the pitcher. Puts him on his backside. Getting the wave is going to be Welker. He's at the plate. He's in there, but they back pick him at second base. Are they saying that the run count or did the run not count? So again, since it was not a force, you do have to make sure that if the out happened at second base in time, and if the out happened at second base and he was tagged out before, then the run at home plate will not count. And now the home plate umpire is electing to say that we're trying to figure out if he was saying that he was safe or if he's saying that he was out. So they're saying no run. They're saying no run at home plate. Again, so they're saying that he did not get to home plate before the out at second. So we will remain in a 1-0 ball game. And that will send us to the home half of the fourth inning when we return here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Back here on the Ballers Baseball Network as we head into the bottom of the fourth inning, again after a very eventful top half of the fourth inning with Pfeiffer at the plate. Pitch misses low for a ball out of the hands of Thad Lewis. He's still on the bump here for the Pfeiffer Falcons. He'll see the 6, 7, 8 hole hitters, Cody Funk, Tyler Nelson, and Ben Connolly. That pitch misses high and in and out of the zone. And Cody Funk had a walk, couple stolen bases as well back in the second inning. Started a little 2-out rally for the team in white pinstripes and green. That pitch misses high and in. Now 3-0 the count. And Tyler Nelson and Ben Connolly due up next. It was a walk, and a strikeout for those three back in the second frame. Pitch to the plate. There's a called strike right there. Back in the count, it's now 3-1. Again, still no hits here for the Piedmont Lions in this ball game. And they have had a couple runners reach, and another one will reach, and his name will be Cody Funk for the second time via the walk. So, again, we have had a few walks for Thad Lewis. Again, the talented righty for the Falcons of Pfeiffer. Again, he's totaled up 4 walks, a couple hit by pitches as well. Has racked up 4 strikeouts as Tyler Nelson will step in after walking a stolen base back in that second inning. Hopping around over there at first base. Little pickoff move. He's back in safely is Cody Funk. And Cody has walked now 4 times this year. Does have the most stolen bases on the season. Through the first 3 games, he has 3 stolen bases. So for all you non-math major fans out there, then yes, he's averaging 1 a ball game. Heck, already has a couple here today, so he's already up to 5 right there. That's me doing some quick math for you guys. Trying to add on his 3rd of the ball game. Nice swing and a miss on a crisp fastball out of the hands of Thad Lewis. Does Tyler Nelson. He added on himself another stolen base in that department back in that second inning. 2 outs here in the home half of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Misses high and inside. It looked like catcher Welch right there was going to attempt to do a little back pick to first base, but nothing doing right there. as it goes in and out of the hands of the high fastball. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in here to the free broadcast that we'll be having for you guys all weekend long in the D3 Showcase, powered by the Cannonballers. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Now the third D3 Showcase that we've done here at Atrium Health Ballpark. I believe it's number 3. Or is it the 4th? Is it the 4th? Could be the 4th. Nonetheless, we've had a great time doing it. And it's fun to kind of just introduce ourselves back to some baseball, whether that be D3, D2, D1. Doesn't matter. We're just having some fun and good to be back in action. Again, our groundskeeper, Tim Siegel's got the ball field looking in great, I would say, midseason form, but I know he wouldn't, as that pitch misses high for a ball, but looks like Cody Funk is having some fun on the base pass here today. He steals second base right there. That's his 3rd stolen base already of the ball game. That's his 6th through the first, 3.5 games that he's been a part of thus far. And Cody Funk, 5'11 junior out of McDonough, Georgia, and Union Grove High School. Decent little lead, bouncing around at second base. That pitch is fouled. Or sorry, no, it's not fouled. I thought it was fouled off for a moment, but no, it's a strikeout at the dish right there. Tyler Nelson goes down on strikes. It's the 5th strikeout of the ball game for righty Thad Lewis. And now Ben Connolly will step to the plate. Already dirtied up is Ben Connolly after a strikeout in the 2nd inning, but the shortstop has had to flash the leather a few times in the infield dirt. A wild throw into second base. Hits off the bag, actually. Getting the wave at third base. Now it's a late stop sign over there at third for Cody Funk, who, again, does have some absolute wheels on him. So that's going to go down as a little E1 right there. Error on the pitcher on the throw. Again, didn't go with the inside move. Went with a little daylight flash play over there with his shortstop and Wood. But before it got to Wood's glove, it ended up hitting the second base bag instead. So now Ben Connolly has an RBI opportunity 90 feet closer. There's a call and strike. Didn't know how aggressive we were going to get over there for their head coach, who's in the third base batter's box, or third base coach's box, I should say. Here's the pitch to the plate. This one's hit on the ground past the diving third baseman, Honeycutt, and they will tie up the ball game thanks to an RBI single there for Ben Connolly. After picking up his 5th strikeout, Thad Lewis again throws a wild pickoff attempt off the second base bag that allows Cody Funk to go to third, and then an RBI single there for Ben Connolly. Ties up the ball game at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the 4th inning now in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Jack Gilsonin will now step to the plate. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball. He grounded out to the shortstop as he led off the 3rd inning. And just 1 inning later, after sending 6 to the plate in the 3rd, now the 4th guy to the plate here in the 4th. Pitch misses inside for a ball. Now 2-0 here with 1 out. And we do have the Kannapolis Cannonballers team store open. And for all the fans out there that may be listening in, I think we have some D3 showcase memorabilia that you guys can pick up. I know I got my nice beanie, which is perfect for this weekend. It's always a little bit chillier down here in middle to late February in North Carolina. But, of course, it is North Carolina, so if we could get 65-degree weather the day after it snows, and it wouldn't be any problem. I think we're going to get up to the 50s or the low 60s on Sunday after having all of K-Town covered in snow yesterday. Strike at the plate, snap throw to first, nothing going on. But, of course, if you want to pick up some Kannapolis Cannonballers merchandise and Fun fact about the Kannapolis merchandise, they've been basically top 20 in minor league baseball merchandise sales for now 5 straight years. Even during COVID, whenever we were supposed to open up in 2020, not able to play that season, brand new ballpark, brand new everything. Check swing at the plate, did get a piece of it, sent it to the back of the net. But the Cannonballers were top 5 in minor league baseball sales during COVID. Of course, in their first season, that was no more. Had to wait until 2021 to open up this puppy, and never really skipped a beat, though. When it came to merchandise, did skip a beat when it came to baseball. We didn't really win a lot of games the first 3 years, but last year going to the Carolina League Championship, stolen base opportunity. He's in at second base freely is Ben Connolly. And aggressive on the base pass. Here is Piedmont Lions and Justin Scaley again in his 9th season. As the ball hit off of him. And Ben Connolly, as he dove into second base. Looks like we got a 3-2 count here with 1 out. It's Jack Gilsonen again at the plate. 0 for 1. As the game is now tied with the run is coming to score here in the 4th frame. Inside move to second base. Just keeping him honest over there at second. And Connolly with an RBI single, now a stolen base. He's at second base. Thad Lewis up there on the bump. Comes set. Looks to the plate. Long look. Now back to second. Here's the pitch. Misses low for a ball. Ball 4 on the 3-2 pitch. He lost him. And just like that, now we got runners at first and second base. And that'll send us back to the top of the lineup. It's Cole Ellis. Cole is 0 for 2 on today's ball game with a fly out into right field back in the first inning. And a ground out to the shortstop in the 3rd frame. There is an arm, a righty, warming up in the bullpen currently for both squads, actually. But more importantly right now, Pfeiffer on the defensive side. Leadoff man at the plate with a couple guys on base for him. With 1 out. Thad Lewis to the plate. This one's right past the outstretched arms of the second baseman. Coming in to score is going to be Ben Connolly. Diving into second base with a slide-in double is the leadoff man, and Cole Ellis picks up an RBI. They pick up the lead. It's 2-1. And, of course, Jack Gilsonen, he went first to third. So Connolly, again, in to score. Gilsonen first to third. Cole Ellis picks up an RBI double. Very aggressive on the base pass right there. And now we got a little powwow on the bump with Welch and his righty Thad Lewis. Doing this with 1 out after Tyler Nelson had the lone out with his strikeout swinging here in the 4th frame. It was Thad Lewis's 5th strikeout of the ball game, and it looks like that could be the end of the ball game for the righty Thad Lewis. It looks like they are going to go to the bullpen, bring in Ivan Delp, the sophomore out of Sparta, North Carolina. We'll get you more information on him when we return here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Pitching change for Pfeiffer.
AC. Very easy. She thought she messed it up.
Again, new arm on the mound here for the Pfeiffer Falcons as Ivan Delp will now step to the bump with a couple runners in scoring position for Trace Kate now at the plate. More Piedmont. First pitch, it looks like it's an off-speed, misses outside as he needs to fix his landing spot, does Ivan Delp. And Ivan, the sophomore out of Sparta, North Carolina, and out of Allegheny High School. Pitch misses outside, now 2-0. And Thad Lewis giving up a couple hits, now a couple runs as well here in the fourth inning after having zeros across the board through the first 3 innings. 2 guys on, and 1 out. This one's hit sharply past the third baseman. No, he ends up snagging it, knocking it down, but throws a wild throw over to first base. Run comes in to score. They'll hold up the other potential runner at third base now. And just like that, Trace Kate adds on another run. Jack Gillison comes in to score. Cole Ellis is now at third. Trace Kate, he'll go to second, depending on the hit or error on the original play. It, of course, would still be an error that allows him to go to second base on the throwing error by the third baseman. Again, great job knocking it down, but got up and threw it in the dirt. So Gilson comes in to score. Going to go with the hit and then an error on the throw. So it does pick up an RBI. Jack Ryan at the plate. He had a walk in the third and a pop out into right field back in the first inning. This one's hit off the end of the bat into right field. Can Welker get there in time? Welker diving. Does he make the play? No, he doesn't. He does stop it, but does not make the play. Throw to second. He's safe over at second. A run comes in to score. Jack Ryan picks up an RBI, and he gets to second base as well, so it's going to go down as a hustle double right there because you cannot fault the righty Welker for diving and it coming in and out of his glove. So will be a slide-in double, an RBI as well. Ellis comes in to score. Trace Kate, he's at third base. He had to make sure that the ball was not going to be caught because, of course, he would have had to go back and tag up. But it's now 4 runs on 4 hits here in the fourth. They've almost batted around 2 more guys than they would have. Kyle Carlson, he's at the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the third, flew out into center field in the second inning. Sean Bailey, he struck out twice. He's on deck. This one's hit off the end of the bat. It could come back fair, but looks like it does skew itself to the foul side. And off the end of the bat, a lot of times with the wood bats, you may see that little cue shot, have a little bit of English on it, and kind of sneak back over into fair territory. You see it again a lot more with that with the wood bats than you do with these metal bats. I'm telling you, man, there's nothing better than a wooden bat off the right at home plate. Again, it sounds so good to the ears, but of course, hey, we're just getting some baseball. That's all we care about right now. Looks like this is a pass ball right there. Going to get all the way to wild pitch. They're going to go with the wild pitch. It does hit off the catcher's mitt, but he had to come out of his stance for it. So they're going to go wild pitch right there, allowing Trace Kate to come in to score. Jack Ryan will go to third base. So runner still in scoring position at third. Kyle Carlson just had a run come in and score while he was just dancing around home plate. So now it's 5-1. Just like that, they've sprung into action and shown you why they're 3-0 on the season. And Pfeiffer 0-3 as that pitch misses upstairs for a ball to the cleanup hitter. And hit by pitch in the third, flew out in the center field back in the second frame. Still only one out. This one's hit pretty well in the left field. Inside pitch going over is Acosta. He comes down with it, tagging up. Coming in to score is Jack Ryan. Another run. It's the sixth already of the fourth inning. So it's going to go down as a sac fly off the bat of Kyle Carlson. Picks up a ribby right there. Again, as Ryan comes in to score and join the run festivities here in the fourth frame. So if you're just joining us a little late right here, but it looks like we do have a new guy coming in for Sean Bailey, the first baseman. It looks like it's going to be number 34, Cruz Molinix. So Cruz Molinix will now come in the ball game for Sean Bailey in the first baseman. No one on because everyone had scored. 6 to be exact here in the fourth inning. There's a called strike. Ivan dealt. He'll deliver to the pitch off the end of the bat. Foul ground. No play over here for Honeycutt as he runs out of real estate. Goes into the crowd. And if you're not in the press box with nice hot coffee and hot tea and some hot pizza, I think everyone else is kind of chilly around here. I think Cruz Molinix heard me say that right there as he fouled that one off just over our heads here at Atrium Health Ballpark. And a big body being inserted into the 5-hole spot. Here's Molinix. Pitch to the plate. Ooh, just missed the zone on the 1-2 to now send us to a deuces wild count. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch coming the way here to Cruz Molinix, 6'3" junior from Toccoa, Georgia. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes down on strikes after being inserted into the ball game. Again, Sean Bailey, he was 0 for 2 with a swinging and looking strikeout. Cruz Molinix comes in. He strikes out as well, and now that will send us into the fifth inning when we return 6-1 after 6 runs come across for Piedmont in that fourth inning. Back here on the Ballers Baseball Network, Trevor Wilt here with you as we head into the 5th inning at Atrium Health Ballpark. Zeke Schwartz back up on the dish. First pitch going to be a little nubber into shallow left field. Looks like Cody Funk will jump underneath that. And there is out number 1 as that was C.J. Acosta who flew out into left field for out number 1 here in the 5th. He did have a single back in the 3rd and a strikeout swinging to lead off the ball game back in the 1st inning. Now Wilson Lauer will step to the plate. They're your first baseman for the Pfeiffer Falcons. RBI fielder's choice in the 3rd and a 1-3 put out back in the 1st. First pitch misses the zone here to Wilson. As Zeke Schwartz now delivers a strike after his team delivered 6 runs in that 4th inning on 4 hits, couple errors as well, fouled off the end of the bat into the stands here at Atrium Health Ballpark. And getting word from the talented SID over there at Pfeiffer from the Falcons, this is their first time ever wearing these jerseys. And with the Falcons being represented across the front in black and gold. Pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Here with 1 out. Do have a righty warming up just in case Zeke Schwartz can't get through this frame. This one's hit pretty well to the third baseman. Diving play across the diamond, and he gets his man. Tipping the cap to you, Mr. Carlson, over at the hot corner. That's why it's got the nickname, you got to play quick. And, man, that was a heck of a dive, heck of an effort, and execution as well. Wilson is robbed of a hit, and now Joe Javier, second baseman for Pfeiffer, steps to the plate. First pitch swinging, slicing into right field, going to be a tough play. Kate diving off his glove in foul territory, though, says the first base umpire. So they are going to make Joe Javier come all the way back to the dish. And he dove for it. It looks like the ball might have went into the netting over there where we have our tarp at the ball field. It looks like he is A-OK. Again, you don't really get that many opportunities to catch a ball in foul ground here at Atrium Health Ballpark, either down the left field line or right field line. There's only about, I would say, 3 feet, maybe 4 feet that separates the concrete wall / padding to the fair foul line going down both sides. Pitch just misses off. Even up the count at 1 apiece here with 2 outs in the 5th inning. Looks like one of the bullpen guys had to go through the netting over there. That, again, holds the tarp here at Atrium Health Ballpark. In a beautiful venue here. Opened back up in 2020, but first baseball season 2021. Hit on the ground to the shortstop Connolly. He's across the diamond to his southpaw first baseman, Mr. Bailey. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Zeke Schwartz. We'll head to the home half of the 5th inning when we return. 6-1, still our score here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Welcome back here to the Ballers Baseball Network as we will head into the home half of the 5th inning. Cody Funk will lead things off. Again, he's had some fun out there on the base pass here today. He's been walked twice. He scored once. He's got 3 stolen bases, so he's got 6 on the early season. Pitch misses low right there out of the hands of Ivan Delp. Nice wide open stance. A little bend of the knees right here for Cody Funk. That one's fouled off right there. Looks like we do have a new catcher as well, Jacob Osborne, the freshman out of Hickory, North Carolina, St. Stephen's High School. He'll come in to now catch for Welch. There's a called strike. So again, Jacob Osborne now in for Mr. Welch. High swing and a miss for Funk at the plate. Picks up a strikeout. Does Ivan Delp, who got brought in the ball game back in the 4th inning. That saw 6 runs come across for Piedmont. And all 9 guys came to the plate. And it all started with Cody Funk, as it does here in the 5th inning, but just different results. Tyler Nelson, the catcher, he'll come to the plate now from the right side. He struck out back in the 4th inning and walked and had a stolen base back in the 2nd. First pitch, he'll take that for a ball. So again, Brock Welch did have 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking for the Pfeiffer Falcons. So again, now bringing in the freshman catcher to hit and, of course, play some defense as well back behind the dish. 2-0, now 2-1 the count after a called strike on a little off speed right there from the Pfeiffer Falcon, Mr. Ivan Delp. Here's a pitch from Delp. Misses away, now 3-1. And Delp is the sophomore, 6'1", out of Sparta, North Carolina, and out of Allegheny High School. Pitch misses, his fouled off back behind the backstop and over and out of Atrium Health Ballpark. 1 out, 3-2 pitch coming the way from Ivan to Tyler. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Got him down to 1 knee right there. Back-to-back Ks picked up by Mr. Delp. Now to bring up the 8-hole man, Ben Connolly, who is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single, stolen base, a run scored, and a strikeout as well. Again, it was just zeros across the board for Thad Lewis through 3 innings, but that 4th inning, 4 hits, 6 runs off the end of the bat and foul. First pitch to Ben Connolly. Again, here on a Friday, just after noon. Pitch misses away. You see in our YouTube stream right here, there's a parking lot out there in center field. Probably see one of those orange Jeeps out there, but so many cars just on the outskirts. It is hopping here on a Friday, even how chilly it is at Atrium Health Ballpark. And so many places to walk, to eat, to drink, whatever that may be. And especially on a Friday, no clouds in the sky. People living a healthier life here in K-Town. Pitch off the end of the bat goes to the third base coach's box. He'll gather that one up. And a beautiful day to get a nice little run in as well. Again, still somewhere around the low 40s. Upper 30s right now when it comes to the weather. But a beautiful day for baseball. This one's fouled off to us, but hits the net just in front. And the Kannapolis Cannonballers, they'll be gracing Atrium Health Ballpark for the first time come April 4th. 2 outs, 1-2. Swing and a miss, off speed, way out in front of it was Ben Connolly. 3 up, 3 down, and 3 strikeouts. Strikes out the side. Here in the 5th, we'll we'll go to the 6th now. 6-1, our score. Current lead for Piedmont over Pfeiffer here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Welcome back here to the Ballers Baseball Network. And striking out the side was Ivan Delp in the 5th, which sends us to the 6th inning. You know, it's back up on the bump. It's a starter, Zeke Schwartz. 6-1. He enjoys a nice, comfortable lead as he's got Josh Turner, the 4-hole man, Connor Welker, and Hayden Furr. It's 4, 5, 6 in the lineup. Due up 1, 2, 3. He'll crowd the plate. A little half-hearted swing right there for Josh Tuner. I might have said Josh Turner whenever I introduced him early on. We do have his Turner up there. As that pitch misses in the dirt. And Welker and Furr due up next. So I do apologize. I think I've been saying Tuner because I had it on the roster. There was no R. I was like, man, that sounds weird. I guess it's just a new name right there, a new last name of Tuner. Never heard of that. Only with Turner as Tuner, whatever his last name is, rocks it up the middle as he keeps it on the ground. But a nice hard hit ball right there by Josh, the designated hitter, and he did have 2 strikeouts in the 2nd and 3rd inning, but here in the 6th inning, able to get in the hit column right there. It's the 5th hit of the ball game for Pfeiffer. Connor Welker, I know his name. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk and also a single. Almost came in to score back in that 4th inning. Did he go on the bunt attempt? Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. But yeah, so on the travel roster, again, it does say Tuner, but on the stats and on the scoreboard, it is Turner. So we're going to go with Mr. Turner now. So I apologize to the Turner family who are tuning in. Almost 200 tuning in as we speak right now. So again, appreciate you guys spending your Friday with us, whether or not you like Piedmont, or you like Pfeiffer, or just D3 baseball. Maybe you're just a Kannapolis fan. Or you're like, you know what? I just want some baseball. Got spring training starting yesterday. Now they got some games on as well. 0-2, swing and a miss. A nice curveball out of the southpaw's hands, and Zeke Schwartz picks himself up another strikeout. It's the 8th of the ball game for the lefty out of Blairsville, Georgia, Union County. 6'2" is the senior. Pick up that knee and deliver the pitch to Hayden Furr. Takes a called strike on the inner half. Single in the 2nd inning and a sacrifice bunt back in the 4th. So he's 1 for 1. Off speed, Mitch is low and inside. There to Nelson. Again, the catcher here for the team in the white pinstripe pants and the green tops. Carlson at 3rd, Connolly at short, Gilson in at 2nd, and Bailey over at first base. Again, left to right in the outfield, it's Funk, Ellis, and Kate. 1-2 now the count after the swing and the miss for the 6-hole hitter. With the glove gently placed on his right pec, he'll now put the ball in the glove and come set, pitch to the plate. It misses outside. Did he go? No, he did not, says the first base umpire. Take us to a 2-2 count here with 1 out. Again, damage kind of being done at the top and bottom. Everybody reaching on base for both Pfeiffer and Piedmont here today. Through the first 5 innings, it's 6-1, and there's another strikeout there for Zeke. It's his 9th of the ball game. Again, after Zeke Schwartz had 6 strikeouts in his first outing of 5 innings, 2-hit ball, walked a couple, but again, 6 Ks. He's got 9 here today. Brock Welch. And the catcher, he's 0 for 2 on the day with a swinging a strikeout in the second, looking in the fourth. Little pickoff move over there to first base. Just to keep an eye on Josh Turner. Turner on the season. No stolen base attempts. So that pitch misses the zone. See a little sweatshirt action going on for Brock Welch, the catcher. Through the sleeves. Probably a nice little light-hearted sweatshirt. There's a called strike. 1-1 now the count here with 2 outs. Big 5-0 again just came in. Check swing. So again, this is Jacob Osborne at the plate. Jacob Osborne at the dish. I beg your pardon for thinking it was Brock Welch. Again, Brock Welch was 0 for 2, but this is his first at bat now for Jacob Osborne. Again, number 50, the catcher who just came in. He'll kind of poke this one to the second baseman. He's got to gather quick, and he does for out number 3. So Jacob Osborne is down on the 4-3 putout. The 8th and 9th strikeouts for Zeke Schwartz happen here in the 6th as we go to the bottom of the 6th when we return 6-1 the lead for Piedmont over Pfeiffer.
I know, it is fun, man. Excited. We did this on Sunday, too, for a couple games. Although I'm not exactly excited about Sunday because I could be the official score, but hopefully teams just don't care. Yeah, but same arm? Same arm? Okay. It is. Yeah, wedding tomorrow, but man, I'm trying to figure out the details today. But Morgan, she's not being very. Yeah, she's. I was like, hey, like, because I thought I was gonna be leaving at 1, but I got the game, but I can get Dan to come call the next one. So I could get Dan to come call if I need to leave, but I was like. Which is fine, and it gets crushed, so we're going to go to the first one. What's up, bud? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Welcome back here to the Ballers Baseball Network. As the first pitch is a call and strike. Back up on the bump is Ivan Delp after striking out the side in that 5th inning. As he'll see the 9-1-2 hitters due up for Piedmont. Jack Gilson in. He walked, scored a run in the 4th inning, and grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd. Takes another called strike as right now Ivan Delp's in his groove. That one misses high and upstairs for a ball, though. Again, here in the 6th inning, it is 6-1 on 4 hits. A couple errors on the defensive side with Piedmont at the plate for Pfeiffer. They're going to check. Did he go? No, he did not. Not seen a successful challenge thus far for our first or third base umpires. 2-2 to the plate. Misses upstairs as well. 3-2. Just whenever we were saying he was getting ahead and getting into the groove, now delivers 3 straight balls. Here's the pitch to the plate. Misses away, ball 4. There we go. Again, it was up 0-2, and maybe lost a little concentration right there. Walked him on 3 balls that were definitely, again, one that was, again, kind of close by, but still a ball for sure, and just kind of lost that at bat rather quick. Back to the top of the lineup we go. It's Cole Ellis, and he is 1 for 3 on the day, RBI double, and a run scored back in that 4th inning. Here's the pitch. This one's hit pretty well into left center field. Acosta, Fur, who's going to have it? It looks like it's going to be Fur, the center fielder, who will chase it down. So Cole Ellis is out on the F8 flyout. Now to bring up Trace Kate. So again, started this ball game at 11 o'clock. We're almost 2 hours in. It is 12:57 here in Kannapolis, North Carolina. K-Town, as it's known in the biz. And again, 2 hours in, just in the bottom of the sixth inning. Heck, with no pitch clock, that's what you see. Again, you see these prolonged ball games and those small little seconds that kind of creep up in between each pitch, whether that be the batters, whether that be the pitchers, the moves, the pickoff moves to first or second base, and even in between innings. And you see the major difference. We would probably almost be in the 7th or 8th inning already if you were watching a minor league baseball game here at Atrium Health Ballpark. This one's lifted with one out down the right field line to see if we have a play on it from Welker. No, we will not. Javier, second baseman, he went for it as well, but ends up into the bullpen of the Piedmont Lions. But again, for all the baseball purists out there, again, pitch clock, I stinking love it. I mean, it's been great. Again, we averaged right around, 2 hours and 15 minutes for most of our ball games at the single-A level for the Chicago White Sox, and in the historic Carolina League. It's been around for quite some time. Ended up going to the Carolina League Championship this past season, did the Cannonballers. That pitch is fouled off through the legs almost of the Piedmont righty. Two-hole man and Trace Kate. In the first few seasons did not go so well for the Cannonballers in the win column, but last year winning the first half championship and then ended up winning their first divisional championship, and of course then going in and losing in a best-of-3 series in Game 3 against the Fredericksburg Nationals up there in Fredericksburg, Virginia. 1 out, 1-2 pitch. This one's lifted into shallow center field. Shortstop Wood camping underneath it as the wind here at Atrium Health Ballpark knocked it down to not allow it to get out to Fur in center field. So back-to-back F8 putouts after the leadoff walk to Jack Gilson, and he's still at first base. Designated hitter Jack Ryan, he's at the plate and stands up pretty straight up from the right side. And after he comes set, a little bend in the knees for him as he waggles that bat over his right shoulder. Pitch misses away. Again, Jacob Osborne is back at the dish. Behind the dish, I should say, again, for the second straight inning. Again, he came in to replace Welch behind the plate. Did get a first at bat. This one's roped into center field. Fur giving chase, but again, the wind is knocking the ballpark down right now, knocking the ball down here at the ballpark. And just like that, it's 3 straight F8 putouts after a leadoff walk. Till Gislinen will now head into the 7th inning when we return here in K-Town. It's 6-1 the lead right now for Piedmont over Pfeiffer here on the Ballers Baseball Network. Back here in Towel City, USA, home of the Kannapolis Cannonballers, again single-A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. As the bottom of the lineup is due up here for the Pfeiffer Falcons. It's 8-9-1. Austin Wood, Hunter Honeycutt, and then leadoff man C.J. Acosta. Austin Wood takes a first pitch in there for a strike. He's 0 for 1 of the day with a strikeout swinging in the second and then a walk in the fourth frame. Righty up there on the bump. Looks like it's a new guy because we said righty. We didn't say a southpaw and Zeke Schwartz. It is a right-handed arm. We'll give you the details on him once we find out exactly who it is. That pitch is fouled off. A new arm on the mound. This is Lane Ayers. Lane Ayers, here's the pitch. Misses upstairs for a ball. As Lane is the 5'11 freshman from Covington, Georgia. Went to Loganville High School. It's a righty-righty matchup here for the 8-hole hitter, Austin Wood. There's a called strike right down Broadway on the 2-2. Had the fastball. Maybe Austin was guessing something else, but nonetheless, first strikeout, first out, first batter for Lane Ayers is a success. As number 3-1 on the bump delivers to his second at bat. Oh, Hunter Honeycutt with the little Soto shuffle at the plate. He's kind of making that not exactly a common theme for batters whenever they take balls, but of course it is a fun thing that you see maybe a batter or two a game end up doing. Not everybody's doing it, but after taking a walk, just have a little bit of swag, a little bit of confidence right there. Hit on the ground to the second baseman. Easy doing over there for Gilson, and as Hunter Honeycutt is down on the 4-3 put out, but again, love it or hate it. Again, it did add a little bit of flair to ball games with Soto doing that. Now you see a lot of other college kids, high school kids starting to do it. Not too many other people at the major league level are doing it as well as Soto does it, but nonetheless, gives a little bit of more flair to just a usual and boring ball, I guess you could say. There's a boring ball, just misses outside to C.J. Acosta. In the leadoff hitter and left fielder for the Pfeiffer Falcons. They were trying not to drop their fourth straight game. Again, they've had a decent little schedule thus far. They played LaGrange, who's receiving votes, Barry, who's receiving votes, and Adrian, who's number 20 in the D3 rankings. Again, giving up runs has been their biggest Achilles heel. Down to one knee is the second baseman again, and Gilson makes a nice play at first, but he throws a bad throw, so it's going to go down as an E4. Again, he got there in time. He gathered his feet, and then it's almost like he rushed the throw exactly whenever he didn't need to. So when it looked like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Lane Ayers, again, the new arm on the mound, in replacement of Zeke Schwartz, who struck out 9 batters, ends up going down as an E4 with now 2 outs to bring up Wilson Laurer. And the first baseman, RBI, fielder's choice back in the third inning, and a couple ground outs to the pitcher and third baseman in the first and fifth inning, respectively. 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Way out in front of that. Now 0-2 the count. Again, a strikeout looking to Austin Wood. Hunter Honeycutt, 4-3 put out. E4 right there to Gilson. Pretty good lead at first base. He's not going. Grounded to the first baseman. That should be easy work there for Bailey, and it is. He'll grab it on a couple hops, step on first base, and that's going to send us into the 7th inning when we return. But before that, we're stretching here at Atrium Health Ballpark. Ivan Delp back up in there for his third inning of work. First pitch to the plate. Did he go? Doesn't matter. Called strike right there by the home plate umpire. As Kyle Carlson, third baseman, he'll step to the dish. He is the 4-hole man for Piedmont. Head coach and Justin Scaly. Another called strike, going 2. Carlson on the day. RBI sac fly in the 4th. Hit my pitch in the 3rd, and a fly out to center field back in the 2nd inning. Across the diamond, high throw. Did he get him on the tag? They said yes, he did. So while he was in the air going into first base, and it looks like the first baseman in Laurer, he was able to get the tag. So it's a 5-3 put out off the bat of Kyle Carlson. And a few of those here today, a little shaky, little bang-bang calls all around the diamond. As now Cruz Molinix will come to the plate, and he fouls off the first pitch just over the third base dugout. Again, normally home to the opposing teams against the Kannapolis Cannonballers here in the historic Carolina League. Pitch to the plate. Molinix will foul that one off. In the 6'3" junior infielder from Toccoa, Georgia, Stevens County High School. Quickly behind here with one out to Ivan Delp. 0-2. Ooh, just missed on the outer edge. Nice 0-2 pitch right there by Ivan. Didn't get the call, but nonetheless, still working around the zone. Cody Funk sitting on deck. Speedster here in the Piedmont lineup. As the 1-2 misses upstairs, Steven up the count at 2 apiece. And appreciate everybody for tuning in and joining us here in this broadcast. But, of course, we got 2 more games today, and then we also have 3 games tomorrow. And then, for all you baseball lovers, we have 3 more games on Sunday as well. Again, going to get things kicked off tomorrow at 11 o'clock. First of our 3-game set. And then also on Sunday, that will be at 10 o'clock. Molinix at the plate. Misses that pitch upstairs. Does Ivan Delp. And takes it to a full count. Here's the righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. Missed right there did Cruz Molinix in his second at bat. He's now 0 for 2. Another strikeout there by Ivan Delp. Again, here in the D3 rankings, got a lot of people that, again, they normally play and they normally stay close by as the pitch misses away. But again, Pfeiffer, one of the only close by Division III schools you're going to find in the greater Charlotte area. So, a lot of local talent going there. Same thing down there in Georgia as well with Piedmont. So, again, you don't have a lot of people coming from all over the country. And, of course, the Kannapolis Cannonballers, us being the single-A affiliate, with 2 outs, 1-1, hit back up the middle, second baseman, nice range, but a little late on the toss over there to first base as Javier had to try his best right there to get it quick over to first, but not in time as the speedster Cody Funk. Again, he's got 3 stolen bases already. He's got a run scored. Now he has an infield single right there to bring up Tyler Nelson, but and the Cannonballers players, they're from all over the place. I mean, you get guys from California, from Texas, from New York, from Dominican Republic, from Juarez, Mexico, wherever that may be. And there's so many players from all over the country that make their way here to K-Town. But it is fun to watch these local D3 programs, of course, local to their own cities, but to get local talent to stay in as well. Stolen base, of course it is for Cody Funk. It's his 4th of the day. As soon as he gets to first, you might as well just go ahead and draw it to second base. He'll look to Cody at second. Comes to the plate. Apparently the pitch did miss the zone, but it went in and out of the catcher's mitt. So now it's 2-0. Although it looked like it did hit the zone, but a lot of times if goes in and out of the catcher's mitt. Sometimes it's a little deceiving to the eyes of the home plate umpire, so then it is called a ball. And looking back on the stream, pretty middle, but again, just a weird look whenever the catcher drops it. This one could be tough as well with all the wind. First baseman, second, who's going to have it? It looks like Laura will grab it. Nice grab over there at first base and shallow right field. And that will now send us into the 8th inning when we return here in K-Town. 6-1, still our score after a 6-run fourth for Piedmont.
Said the rehearsal dinner is now 2 o'clock. Could I balance if you call the rest of the game? Right now. Yeah. Do you mind? Give me the. It's at 2 o'clock now. So I'll never use this ginormous text message. Alright, good. You jump in, leave it there, do whatever you need. Let me shut this off. I leave this here too. You can take it. Nah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Welcome back in Atrium Health Ballpark. Home of the Kannapolis Cannonballers. Dan Haloti will take you the rest of the way. First pitch on the way from the righty on the bump in Lane Ayers. A bit off the plate for ball one. 1-0 count on a Joe Javier, Josh Turner, and Connor Welker. To round it out, the 3-2 up for the Pfeiffer Falcons. This one grounded through in a left base hit. And Joe Javier on base to start it off here for the Pfeiffer Falcons in this top half of the 8th. And it's a fresh guy on for Pfeiffer. Javier reaches for the second time today. So 1 on, nobody out, and Josh Turner, DH, will dig in. Again, Dan Haloti here on the call for you, finishing up the rest of this game. Trevor Wilt having a dip on us a little early, but glad to take you the rest of this game. At top of the 8th, 6-1 your score. Piedmont over Pfeiffer. As that one, it plunks Turner a little bit on the inside portion of the plate, and Turner leans into it. So now 2 on for Pfeiffer. Connor Welker to dig in for the Pfeiffer Falcons. Connor Welker today has reached base twice. He scored in the 4th inning, walked, and he has struck out. Lane Ayers today, not too shabby. Righty has been sharp in his time on the bump in relief for Piedmont. This one laid down on a bunt. Fielded well by Ayers onto first in time for the out. And there is out at number 1 of the inning. 82-mile-an-hour fastball from the righty Ayers. Welker lays the bunt down. A sacrifice moves the others up. And now 2 on in scoring position and a 1 down. And Hayden Furr to dig in. Time called, and looks like the head coach and Justin Scully will go out and talk with his arm and Lane Ayers. Again, Piedmont's only used 2 arms this entire game. Pfeiffer using a couple of arms themselves as Turner and Welker have seen the plate. Hayden Furr, the batter, due up for the Pfeiffer Falcons. You have Javier at third after the bunt from Welker on the sack. The 1-3 sack is out number 1 of the inning, and you got Turner up at second. And one out, top of the 8th. Piedmont up 6-1 here in Game 1 of this D3 Showcase. Pleasure to have you join us here for this action, as these two sides duke it out in the 4th annual D3 Showcase here in Kannapolis, North Carolina at Atrium Ballpark. Beautiful venue and an even more beautiful day. It's cold, but it is a nice day to be out and enjoying some baseball. Hayden Furr digs in. Righty Ayers sets first pitch, swinging a foul tip off the back, and the count is 0-1. Ayers, the righty, sitting pretty much dead in the middle of the rubber, with Furr digging in into the righty batter's box. He's reached twice today, had a sac bunt back in the 4th, reached on a single in that 2nd. This one poked foul down the line and right. Quickly 0-2 on Hayden Furr. Furr, a senior from New London, North Carolina, North Stanley High School. Not too far down the road from here in Kannapolis. 0-2 on Hayden Furr. Wind blowing out a little bit to right on this sunny day. Arm warming in the bullpen for Piedmont. 0-2. Breaking ball just a touch outside. And the count is 1-2. Arm warming, not to max effort, but a lefty tossing in the bullpen for Pfeiffer. And they'll have about 3 outs to work with. Pitch on the way. This one lifted into center. Drifting in from center is Ellis. Out from short is Connolly. Catch made for the out. Every runner will hold, so nobody moves up. Still at 2nd and 3rd. And Furr on the pop out, a P6 for out number 2. So 2 on still for the Falcons and 2 outs. And due up will be Jacob Osborne, the catcher. So Osborne is due up in the lineup. Looks like the Falcons will rather go with a substitution, a pinch hitter. And it looks like it might be Thomas Ashby. It will be Thomas Ashby stepping in to pinch hit for Pfeiffer. 2 outs in this top of the 8th inning. Pfeiffer with 4 outs to work with. They trail by 5 here in this first game of the D3 Showcase in Kannapolis, North Carolina. So Thomas Ashby will step in and pinch hit. That means Pfeiffer will have to roll with a new catcher. Ashby listed as an outfielder on the roster. First pitch from Ayers finds the zone upstairs, 0-1. Ashby, a graduate student, 5'10" from Spartanburg, South Carolina. Just down the road, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours southwest of here in Kannapolis. 0-1 from Ayers. Swinging a lifted fly ball down the line in right, hooking foul. First baseman will give it a chase, but it ends up in the seats for a souvenir. 0-2 on Thomas Ashby. Pfeiffer looking for their first win of this season, 0-3 entering today. Still have not played a game at home yet. I guess technically this would be their closest game to home that they have played to this point, having played 3 games down in LaGrange, Georgia last weekend. 0-2. Just a touch outside, didn't miss by much. 1-2 on Thomas Ashby. Ashby, 2 games played, 6 at-bats. He's got 1 hit. He's also been walked once and has struck out once. 1-2, swing and a miss at the plate. He struck him out. Another one for Lane Ayers. And Thomas Ashby down on strikes. That'll strand 2 for Pfeiffer. And now they have 3 outs to work with here. Entering the bottom of the 8th. They'll have to play a solid defense for 3 more outs. And then they have 3 outs to work with in the top of the 9th. Connolly, Gilson, and Cole Ellis to up bottom of the 8th. When we come back here on the Ballers Baseball Network live for the 2025 D3 Showcase. Well, Ivan Delp's seen 3 2/3 innings to this point today. He still remains on the bump for Pfeiffer here in this bottom of the 8th inning. 6-1 your score. Piedmont over Pfeiffer in Game 1 of this D3 showcase here in Kannapolis. Ben Connolly digs in, first pitch. Little looper into center. That falls in front of Furr for a base hit. And just like that, just the first pitch of this bottom of the 8th. And Ben Connolly's on with a single. 1 on, nobody out. And Jack Gilson, in the second baseman, is due up. Delp has seen 3 2/3. He's allowed 2 runs, neither earned. 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. So 10 strikeouts as a team for Piedmont. First pitch on the way, showing bunt, pulls it back. In the zone 4, called strike, 0-1. Jack Gilson in today, a ground out, a walk, and a walk. It's been an on-base machine so far for Piedmont. A snap throw to first to check on the runner, not in time. Wind now shifting, blowing in from left field. The righty Gilson in at the plate. Senior from Powder Springs, Georgia. Runner going 0-1. Breaking ball inside corner for a strike. Snap throw to second, not in time. And another stolen base for Ben Connolly, his second of the day. And now another runner in scoring position for Piedmont. 0-2 your count on Jack Gilson, and top of the order, and Cole Ellis due up next for the Lions. 0-2 on the way. Breaking ball, just a touch outside, 1-2. Gilson entering today, one of the better batters in the lineup for Piedmont, 364 with an RBI and a double. 1-2. Delp gets him swinging and missing. Snip picked up by the catcher, Merrill. Snap throw to first in time for the out. K2-3 in the book for Ivan Delp. Gets the strikeouts. Runner still at second. Cole Ellis due up, but a nice timely punch out for Ivan Delp. Out number 1 is had here to start out this bottom of the 8th. Cole Ellis, a fly out in the first and 6th inning, a ground out in the 3rd, an RBI triple. And a double back in the 4th. This one in the zone for 0-1 count. 1 down the bottom of the 8th. Piedmont up 6-1 in this game 1 of the D3 showcase today. 0-1 on the way. Swinging a hard line drive, diving at the effort from the shortstop in Wood. He makes the play for the out. A nice diving stop on what will be an L6 in the scorebook. And Cole Ellis is retired for the second out. Nice play by the shortstop. Holds the runner at second. And now 2 outs. Trace Kate, right fielder, due up for Piedmont. Trace Kate from Marietta, Georgia. Transfer over from one of the other schools in this D3 showcase. They'll play tonight in the nightcap, Berry College. As this one lifted down the line and left, hooking, he lands foul. 0-1 on Trace Kate, a right fielder for Piedmont. And transfer over from Berry College. They'll have the nightcap tonight. In the D3 showcase, a 6 o'clock first pitch. It'll be Berry College against Swarthmore. And what is probably the highly touted matchup of this showcase. Swarthmore, the highest team receiving votes, and not in the top 25. Snap though on the pickoff move to second. Not in time. Still a 0-1 count at the plate on Trace Kate. Wind blowing all over. Moving now to right field. Righty K to the plate. Ivan Delp has now faced 19 batters, same as his predecessor in Lewis. This one finds his own 0-2. And if Piedmont able to play some effective defense in the top of the 9th, they will likely See the victory come to them for the Lions, making a 4-0 record. This one on the way, swing and a miss at the plate, a foul tip. Kate got a piece of it, but just not enough. And Delt picks up another strikeout, his 7th of the day. Kate down on strikes for out number 3. And that concludes 8 innings of baseball in Game 1 of this D3 showcase. We'll take another break. Top 9 coming your way. It'll be Austin Wood, Hunter Honeycutt, and CJ Acosta when we return here on the Ballers Baseball Network on the Ballers YouTube page. 2025 D3 Showcase. Top of the 9th we go. Piedmont College is 3 outs away from victory here in Game 1 of this D3 showcase. This one lifted into right. Under it is Cade. And 1 pitch, 1 out, just like that. A fly ball and a right makes it an F9 for this first out. Hunter Honeycutt 2 up here. And his batter 2 up for Pfeiffer. It's 8-9-1 in this top of the 9th. Pfeiffer about 2 outs away from being handed their 4th loss of the year. Piedmont is 2 outs away from going 4-0 to start off their season here in this D3 college baseball action. Swing and a miss. First pitch from Honeycutt. It is 0-1. Hunter Honeycutt standing in. Today he reached on an error. A single and a ground out for him. 0-1 is outside, and the count evens at 1-1. 1-1 count with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball just a touch outside. 2-1. Now to Hunter Honeycutt. Still Lane Ayers on the bump. Going the duration here for Piedmont. This one outside, and the count is 2-1. After the starter, and Swartz had 9 punch-outs. Lane Ayers with a pair over 2 1/3. This one smoked in a center. Coming in and on a sliding effort. Ellis makes the catch for the second out. And just like that, 1 out away are Piedmont from their 4th win of the year. Honeycutt with the catch on the F8. 2 outs now. And top of the order, CJ Acosta, the left fielder, due up. Acosta, strikeout, a single, a fly out, and an E4. Game 2 today, Washington and Lee University from Virginia against Susquehanna. And again, Game 2 of this D3 showcase. So 1-0 count as Acosta watches that one outside. 1-0. Low one outside again. Ayers tried to find the same zone. It's 2-0. Again, Washington and Lee and Susquehanna face off in Game 2. 2-0 pitch. Oh, and inside, Ayers having some trouble nibble in the zone. It's now 3-0 on CJ Acosta. 3 balls and no strikes. Pitch on the way. And Ayers finds just enough of the zone upstairs on the corner. 3-1. 3 balls and a strike on Acosta. Wilson Laura waiting on deck for Pfeiffer in their last efforts. 3-1 hitters count. Low and inside, ball 4. And Acosta has drawn the 2-out free pass, so not quite done are the Pfeiffer Falcons. Still trying to fight their way into this action here late. Top 9. They trail by 5, but no lead is insurmountable in this game. Wilson Lohr digs in. Couple of ground outs, reached on a fielder's choice, drove a run in the 3rd. The only run of the day for Pfeiffer. First pitch swinging, ground ball to short. Under the glove of the shortstop, Connolly into left, and that will likely be an E6 on that shortstop for Piedmont. We'll see that end up on the board indeed as an E6. Lohr reaches on the muffed play by Connolly up to second. Goes Acosta. So now 2 outs and 2 on for Pfeiffer. And Joe Javier gets another chance to see the pitching from Lane Ayers. Swinging on the first pitch, fouls it off, and the count goes to 0-1. Ayers working low to mid 80s today. Top of the 9th, Piedmont 1 out away. Pfeiffer not going down without a fight. Acosta's at second, Lohr's at first. 0-1 to Javier. Swinging, little number down the line in right, lands foul in the right field terrace, and the count is 0-2. Pfeiffer down to their final strike. Joe Javier, in 3 games entering today, 4 hits, 3 RBI. 0-2 count with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Swinging a little looper into center. That falls in front of the center fielder. Base hit, and a hold sign at third for the lead runner in Acosta. Bases are loaded full of Falcons, and 2 outs still on the board for Piedmont. But Pfeiffer putting up a great fight here. Josh Turner due up after a walk, an error, and now a single for the Birds in black and yellow, the Pfeiffer Falcons. So Josh Turner due up, and out comes what looks to be a head coach in Justin Scully for Piedmont. Could see a pitching change here. Lane Ayers has gone a 2 2/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, and a pair of punch-outs. He's hit 1 Pfeiffer batter. Two outs in this top of the 9th, and no pitching change in order, just a mound visit for Piedmont. Lane Ayers has seen 14 batters today, 11 ABs. 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. He's allowed 3 flyouts, 3 groundouts, and struck out 2. So Josh Turner digs in. Pitch delivered is just a touch outside for ball 1. Bases loaded for Pfeiffer, Acosta, Lohr, and Javier. Ayers offers in the dirt for ball 2. Nelson able to block behind the dish. Starting to warm up just a touch here in Kannapolis. Still is way too cold. 2-0 pitch. Inside corner for strike 1. A perfectly placed fastball for Lane Ayers. In game 2, Susquehanna and Washington and Lee. Game 3 tonight in the nightcap. Berry College against Swarthmore. 2 balls and a strike pitch on the way. Fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pfeiffer again down to their final strike. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Ayers set. Deep breath of the bump, kicks and winds and fires. 2-2 fastball upstairs, count runs full. Connor Welker, right fielder, awaits. On deck for Pfeiffer. Full count, 2 outs. Deep breath from Ayers. Payoff pitch. Just outside for ball 4, and Pfeiffer will see another run come across. As a bases loaded walk puts another run on the board for Pfeiffer. Acosta scores. Laurer heads to third. Javier goes to second. Josh Turner on the free pass. So now Connor Welker due up, and now here comes Justin Scully again. We'll see a pitching change on the way for Piedmont. 1 out is all they need. It looks like Lane Ayers has just kind of run out of gas. We'll take a break and be right back. New arm on the way for Piedmont when we return here in Kannapolis. Two outs, and Connor Welker digs in. A new arm on the bump for Piedmont. Braden Sims on to try to finish it up for the Piedmont Lions. First pitch on the way is just a touch inside and low. Welker takes ball 1 from the new arm in Braden Sims, who is seeing action for what is the 3rd time here early on in this season. 2 1/3 innings, 1 walk, 4 punch-outs in this young season so far. 1-0 low for ball 2. And Pfeiffer not going down without a steady fight here against Braden Sims. Final line for Lane Ayers. 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 punch-outs for the righty before turning it over to Braden Sims. This one weakly tap foul. And the count will run to 2-1 on Connor Welker. A single, a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out for Pfeiffer's right fielder, who stands in bases loaded in this top of the 9th. Piedmont has had their chances. Pfeiffer has fought back. 2-1. This one a sharp line towards the shortstop, but a leaping effort from Connolly. And the catch is made for out number 3, which finishes this one up for the Piedmont Lions. 6-2 the final score. They take game 1 of this D3 showcase. Pfeiffer falls to 0-4, and Piedmont to 4-0 here in this first game of the 2025 D3 showcase. Well, that'll just about do it for us in game 1. We'll take a good little break here and get set and ready for game 2. It'll be Washington and Lee, the Generals, against the Susquehanna Riverhawks Here about 2:30 will be first pitch. Hope to see you then. I'll have the call for you in that one between Washington and Lee and Susquehanna. Final line looks like this for this first game. Piedmont takes it 6-2. Pfeiffer out hits him 7-6. And then 3 errors for Piedmont, 2 for Pfeiffer. That'll about do it for us. Dan Elodie saying thank you for tuning in. Trevor Wilt took us the way through 7 innings, and then I took over in that 8th. So, again, appreciate you tuning in and joining us today. We'll see you in just a short bit for Game 2 between Washington and Lee and Susquehanna. Have a great one, everyone. See you in just a short bit here in Kannapolis.